Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. And I love this. I've shared this before. I love this. And today's Saturday. It's Soulshine Saturday. I was thinking about what to do when I don't have a guest video to share with you. And I was thinking about how I could, spotlight, shout out to some of my favorite channels and things like that, which I'm doing a live video. I love you too. So I was thinking, okay, sorry. I spent so much time fixing my hair on here. It's kind of like embarrassing. To see these things, and they bug me. Okay, so thinking about shouting out to some of my favorite channels. And so then I was thinking about the different people that I follow and how I would shout them out, or which I still think is a great idea. But it caused me to think about something else about shining your message, about sharing your message. And that is knowing your message. And more importantly, what happens when it seems like your message changes. So I was thinking about Bronwyn and Oschlager, I think is how you say your name. Hold on a moment, please. I would like you to leave the room. Close the door for me, please. Thank you. That's less distracting. Okay, so Bronwyn, she has a channel, Kelly and Bronwyn, that she's started recently. I'm not sure if she's still doing her other channel. So for a while, Bronwyn's message seemed to be about her weight loss journey. Sorry, I totally had a brain thing happening there. Like totally lost what I was going to say. Okay, so she lost a lot of weight. She used intuitive eating and emotional healing and belief work and things, and just lost a lot of weight until she got to her what she felt like was her body inside of her. Okay, so she was sharing about her journey, but a few months ago, and maybe even before this, she was kind of feeling a different pull, a different call than sharing about her weight loss journey. And she's still more than willing to assist people with their weight loss journey, but it doesn't call to her the same way this other area of going with her business does. Has something to do with helping business owners and things like that. I'm not actually 100% sure. I haven't had enough of her new branding experience to know what really is going on with her. But I know that she's moving away from sharing about her weight loss journey. So why does that happen to us? Why do we spend a while like, what in the heck just happened? Oh, I was like, what? Another browser popped up in front of this, and then I was confused. Okay, so what happens? For some of us, we spend time teaching about what we're healing. It feels like our message, because we're so wrapped up in it, that's what we share about. It's like, oh, I'm doing all this emotional healing, so I'm going to talk about this emotional healing. Right now, I'm not 100% sure if this was a part of my message or not, but I like talking about manifesting, because that's where I'm at. I am figuring out all the nooks and crannies to my personal manifesting, recognizing that as a unique being, we have different ways of manifesting. I can see how manifesting could play out with my call, because I do know what my call is. So I could see how it could play out in the long run, but I'm not sure right now if that's actually what's going to stay happening. I really like helping people find their voice, finding their voice, finding their purpose, finding their calling. I also like the idea of teaching people to write, how to write from the soul, and how to express their souls. And that's a part of where manifesting comes in, is your soul has desires. has things. I wrote out my recording because I'm listening now to my manifesting things, and it's actually being very powerful for me to listen to them. And as I'm listening to it, or as I'm writing different ones, I use my soul writing technique to write my manifesting. And I haven't recorded this one yet, but I have the script written. Well, technically I've recorded it. I haven't edited the recording so I can listen to it. And it talks about a book that I'm going to be writing. And I had no clue that my soul wants to put this book out there. It's an amazing concept, and I can't wait to hear what I have to say, because I'm like, seriously, I have no clue how to write about that at this point. But the way that I write, it's a chance for my soul to teach me, and then I can allow other people to receive the teaching as well. So I'm really excited about that. And so that's why manifesting, I think, could actually be a part of my purpose, because I'm going to teach you how to access your soul and your soul's desire, what your soul wants to manifest, which is a much deeper, a much more powerful, and much more fulfilling manifesting than a lot of people are teaching and doing. Because ultimately that's what we want, right? We want to feel fulfilled in our lives. We want to feel that peace, that joy, that freedom that comes from fulfilling our soul's desires. So it's very a deep thing. So when you are trying to figure out your message right now, you're here, you may actually be sharing your soul's message, your soul's ultimate message. You may be doing that. Or you may be sharing what you're going through. If you're on a weight loss journey, a health journey, I've noticed a lot of people doing this. Some of them, they help people as like they heal their bodies and they help people, and they continue because that's their passion, that's their call. Others like Bronwyn, which I will, when I do the editing for the replay, I'll put the link to her channels in the somewhere, probably at the end, the little circles. So you can go check out her channel and see if it's something you want to follow. Or her channels. I absolutely adore Kelly, who has a channel with Bronwyn. Bronwyn's on all of the videos so far, and Kelly's on some of them, and I just adore Kelly. Bronwyn's pretty powerful, and so the two of them together are pretty fun to watch, and I learned a little bit. I actually learned things from them, which is cool for me because I like to learn. I love to learn. Okay, so enough about them for a moment. I suppose I could tell you Kelly's last name is Kelly Walker. She is actually going to be speaking at my retreat in October. I'm so excited to hear her. So excited. Okay, so if you are in that place where you are sharing about what you're learning in your life, that's okay. It is okay. There is another level of learning that happens when you share what you're learning with people. It goes deeper inside of you when you share it, when you talk about it. And so it's totally okay to be teaching that for a while. And it's okay if it gets to a point where you're feeling like you've learned all that. You are now complete with the process. Like Bronwyn lost the weight and she's now at a size that feels good to her. She enjoys helping people, which is why she's still willing to teach the weight loss, but it doesn't leave her feeling fulfilled. And I've had things that I've taught about like this, that I have been like so gung-ho about teaching certain things. And then I feel like I'm like, oh, I actually feel really complete about that. I feel like I understand what I came here to learn about that. And maybe there's still levels to learn, layers of understanding that will come later on in life. But like the big involved learning of it is complete. And then I feel like that area or that phase of my life, that season is complete, and I stop teaching about it. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to work through the layers of our messages. We have to work through these layers that aren't necessarily a part of our message. Sometimes it's a part of uncovering our message, and sometimes it's a little bit connected. This brings me to a thought of my conversation yesterday. We talked about my friend's job and how she feels about her job. And I asked her, I'm like, do you get a sense of fulfillment? And she said yes. And so we talked about her fulfillment and what comes from it. She loves to bring joy and to create peaceful communications with people. And she loves to heal the relationships. And so in her job, she's doing this healing of relationships. She's getting some joy, and she's feeling some of this fulfillment. And so she's kind of like, it feels kind of like my purpose. And so the question she gets to ask herself now is kind of like the good, better, best. This is a good thing for her. It brings that sense of fulfillment because she's doing a part of her her purpose to come here and spark joy and spark hope and to create healing. She has that purpose. That is her purpose. It brings her so much joy. So no matter what she's doing in her life, if she touches on that part of her purpose, she feels fulfilled. And that's the way we all are, and which is why sometimes talking about a message helps us feel fulfilled. But it's because it's touching on parts of our calling, our ultimate purpose, of our unique ultimate purpose, because everybody's purpose is to live and experience life. We have unique flavors of that. And so she now gets to ask her, is this a good place for her, a better place for her, or the best place for her? Because it's obviously at least good, or she wouldn't be feeling fulfilled. And so now, is that her best thing? Is that her better thing when other opportunities come? And really, she just needs to get clarity about it and decide, yes or no, this is my best place. And if it's her best place, then all of that crazy, like, I don't know what I'm doing, is going to settle down. If it is not her best place and it's a good place, then she can keep her options open. She can ask, okay, what is my best? What is the best way to fulfill myself? What is the best way to receive my fulfillment through my messages? And so if you come to a place where you're starting to feel like maybe you're not as called to do that as you want, it may not have actually been a calling from your tribe. It may not be them calling, saying, teach me, feed me, help me grow. It may be a calling from your soul saying, heal me, so that we can then share our calling. So, and it's okay, totally okay to be in that place, and it's totally okay to share from that place. And then as you move on, you come to a place where you're ready to take the next step. And so you say, hey, I am living my purpose. I am answering the call. I am sharing my message. I am sharing my core message with the world. And as you say that, things will start to fall into place very quickly, usually, as you just say, hey, I'm already doing it. I'm sharing my message. I'm doing my calling. I am living my life the way that in alignment with my calling. I am, just kind of say those affirmations, and things start to fall into place. And then you can actually share your ultimate message in the most impactful, in the best way for you. Best way. And so as I'm asking you to shine, I'm not 100% sure, is shining my message? Or is it because my year, every year I create 1 or 2 words to kind of set the tone and energy of the year. And this year's words are miracle and shine. And so is my message that I'm sharing so much about shining because that's ultimately what I'm here to do? Or is it because ultimately that's what I'm doing right now in my own life, is healing so that I can shine, so that I'm not afraid to be me anymore, so that it feels safe to exist as myself? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure yet. I know that I feel called to find a voice or help people find their voice. I don't know if that's specifically about shining or if it's just an aspect of it that I'm going to focus on. So those are just some thoughts and things to think about. I feel like in some ways I was all over the place in this video. I hope that the core of the message and the part of the message that is for you comes through and touches your heart and helps you to find that healing. If you're new to my channel and you want to hear more, please subscribe. And if you hit the notification bells, it actually will let you know when I'm live, and it will let you know when I upload the videos so that you can keep following. It has to have the little lines on the outside. Otherwise, cause sometimes I've hit it and then I've hit it again and the lines disappear. And that means that I'm actually turning the notifications back off. So those are some things to consider when you're subscribing. Is there anything else I want to share with you guys today? Just a reminder to check in with Bronwyn's channel and see if you like it, and subscribe there, and check out Kelly and Bronwyn together. I'll put both of those links in little circle-y thingies that come at the end, along with my channel link, of course. And that's probably pretty much it. So use your affirmations. And then recognize and be okay if you're just in a season of healing and you're teaching about your healing, because that's okay too. And it's okay to transition out of that when you've come to the end of your healing journey and you're ready to stand up and be you. Okay, so remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Be the incredible, wonderful, magnificent you that you were created to be. And I can't wait to hear your message.